It's the blank canvas.
You see, we have ulterior motives here at the blank canvas, you know.
And you knew that.
Let's make it happen.
With ECST.
People are sitting up here, you know, being blind and oblivious to the bullshit that's happening in our country, and they're not trying to take action until that shit hits home. It's going to come down to the everyday man to make a change. It's not going to be the quote-unquote leaders or, you know, the athletes or, you know, the entertainers.
I mean, because my mom tells me stories about different doctors who find cures for different diseases and things, and she always tells me that, you know, they either run them out of town or, you know, they pay them off, they get rid of them because they cure people.
You ever notice, like, when something like major going on in sports, they'll like throw out like a sentencing of a cop that got off, but it'd be like going on doing like, you know, Game 7 of the NBA Finals, like Super Bowl.
Yeah, all the cops got away with the murder. NBA Finals coming up next.
And now, ECST.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, it's great to be back, motherfuckers. How you been?
How you feeling now?
Hey, everybody, hey, dudes, y'all, you went yesterday? Cause if you didn't, you fucked. What's up, ST?
What's going on, EC? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Well, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and speak to our Blake Kemp listeners, man. I'm sorry for last week, man. You know, my internet went out. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I kind of fucked up the flow, so it's on me for last week, man. So I'm definitely sorry about what happened, man. But, you know, we still gonna cope with that heat this week. So we had a week off. We got a lot to talk about, man. What's up, ST?
Yeah, it's all good, man. Fuck them niggas. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. A lot went on. I mean, you know, speak about the Super Bowl first. You know, let me tell you something about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The way the Falcons, the fashion that they lost in, man, it summed up two things. Number one, it summed up Atlanta sports since the inception of Atlanta sports. And number two, it sums up the life of all minorities in this country, because if you think about it, we've come so far to get so close only to fall so short.
Falcons rise up! Man, that's a pretty poignant and strong metaphor, ST, man. I feel where you're coming from, man. I went down to my aunt's house, because we do it every year. We go down and watch the game like a mini family reunion. So, and my cousin, he's a huge Falcons fan. So you know he was pumped, dog. Especially when it went up by like 20. You know, it was like 21-0.
Yeah.
For a minute. And he was like, man, it's over. And I was like, y'all need to score a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Because I was rooting. Yeah. I was rooting for the Falcons, so y'all know I'm a diehard Ravens fan, but I fucking hate the Patriots, dude. So, you know, I was a Falcons fan for one day, but I knew after Hightower hit Matt Ryan that they were going to come back. Yeah. I knew it.
I knew that was the turning point.
Yeah, because I was talking to my little cousin, and you know how females try to keep up with it, and she's like, how old is she? She's like 17, and she was just like, oh, yeah, okay, like, what's going on? I was like, cousin, like, when this happens, this is something called momentum. When momentum swings this hard, you know, it's over. Like, and then, like, my cousin didn't want to hear it. He was like, man, no, man, we still got this. I was like, nah, man, it's over, man. He gonna come back. Yeah. Y'all should have, especially when they could have ran the ball twice, kicked the field goal, and played defense.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, I told everybody before the Super Bowl happened, I was like, as long as the Falcons stay away from zone coverage, they straight. And what did they do late in the game? They went to weak side zone coverage, and Tom Brady ate that junk like a bagel and cream cheese, nigga.
Dude, with some chives on the top. You know how they like it,
man.
Like, and then another reason why I knew they were going to win, because Edelman made that circus catch.
Yeah.
That catch, like that, it's like the balls bouncing their way, man.
Yeah, and it just seemed like all of a sudden they couldn't make plays on offense, and you know, them being stupid, passing the ball and things, like late in the game, like, what are you doing, man? Run the clock down. Like, why would you? And I think also they were playing it too safe. And that's the problem. When you get ahead, put your foot on the gas pedal and run that car through the wall.
No, cut the brake line, dude. Don't even give you a chance to and the emergency brake. Cut it all off, dude. Yeah. They should have put up at least like 32 on them and still kept going.
Yeah.
And then apologize afterwards, like, dude, like, coach, I'm sorry. You know, we know your reputation. We were scared. We just had to do what we had to do. You know.
Yeah. You can't take no chances.
Can't take no chances, man. Can't take like penitentiary chances. Can't do it, man. Even though I hate the man to death. After that performance, you can no longer say that he's not the GOAT, man. He's the best quarterback of all time. You can't. I hate him, but he's the GOAT, man.
I say he's up there. I say he's up there. Cause you think about, you know, what the NFL is today and what it was yesterday, you know, of yesteryear, you know, like back in the 70s and the 80s. It's totally different. So I definitely he's the best quarterback of our generation. That's what I say.
Yeah, cause just like you said, man, Joe Montana brought up that point, and it's kind of funny because, you know, that's Tom Brady's idol.
Yeah.
Joe Montana. And Joe Montana will not give him that title. He's just like, man, it's a different era, man.
Yeah.
And it was funny because his wife was in on the interview, and they had like a little side note. His wife said, all the time when he's at home, he says he's the greatest. And then, like they said, Joe, like in the little notes, it said Joe kind of looked at her and like laughed. So I know he probably, you know, beat that ass when they got home. But like, don't be talking out of turn. But he said that same, he gave the same argument. It's like, man, like times are different. You know, so it's more spread open. You know, the offense is more spread open. Think about what Dan Marino could have did in this time because he was a slinger.
Yeah.
He could have tore this league up.
Yeah, he could
so yeah, and then like the receivers can't get hit, quarterback can't get touched, man. So it was definitely a tougher game back in the day, and I do miss old school football. I will always miss it, but that game was spectacular. That was a great game, depending on how you're looking at it. If you're a Falcons fan,
yeah, it was.
And then another thing, man, I'm talking about like right after they lost, dude. Flowery Branch is where their headquarters is. Guess how many people were there to welcome them back?
15.
50, yep, exactly. That just shows how faithful Atlanta fans are to their teams. You see that shit? If they would have wanted to be like 30,000 people there, like people lost 15 people there.
It would have been, to be honest, it would have been about 2 million people out there.
Oh yeah, dude. It would have been like name the O-line for the Atlanta Falcons. Julio Jones. Like, get your bitch ass out of here. You don't know shit. Like, and then all the flags gone here in town. I'm talking about, it was flags flying, man. Buildings had "Rise Up" written on them. I was like, Jesus, like, they really getting into it. Yeah. You know, like, it's all going now. I ain't seen one Falcons flag. Like, the radio, everybody depressed. One dude cried in. On the night of the game, he was crying. He was like, man, don't say we had it, man. We had it. Like, I'm telling you, like they gotta pay Matt Ryan. Tell him they're gonna pay him this crazy contract. Devontae Freeman say he want his money. Trufant, they gotta pay Trufant his contract's up. See, they should have won it now. They are not. I'm telling you now, they will not get back within the next 3 years. They not. No. Cowboys coming. Cowboys coming. Yeah. Always relevant. And Arizona Cardinals trying to make this one last run, and I don't think they're gonna do shit with it.
No, not if Carson hang it up.
Yeah, you say he coming back, man, because Larry Fitzgerald said they coming back, but
okay.
Yeah, so they got one more shot, but I don't think they're gonna do shit either. Cause I think they're done, but
they better make it count, man. Like Carson can't have no setbacks. That's the thing. Like they can get it done, they just can't have no setbacks.
He got to ball the fuck out like he did 2 years ago, but more because it wasn't enough against Carolina. They mopped in the damn NFC Championship game, but if that O-line and Ezekiel Elliott stay healthy, you got to come through Dallas to get to the Super Bowl. You got to.
Yeah.
They coming, man.
Did you know, like, Jerry Jones, even while Dak was balling out, he was still saying stuff contradictory to what was going on. Like, he still wanted Taco in the, that's not Taco. My fault. That's, yeah. he on the team, though. yeah, you're right. he still wanted Tony Romo, in the starting position.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I'm a player playing for, Jerry Jones and, he go on the radio and say stuff like that would just, that would piss me off. And not only make me want to ball out, but when I get to an opportunity where I can leave in free agency and go somewhere else, I'm probably going to dip out, man.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
If Dak bring him one ring and they be like, you know what, man, I like how you handled that Romo situation, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. You be like, what?
Yeah. Like,
shit crazy.
It's just crazy, man. Cause like, you got somebody right now that's a rookie that looks like he's a veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
And, you still playing that favoritism role. Like, this is further let you know that Jerry Jones need to sit his ass in the press box and not say nothing, not, mess with the team at all. He just need to sit there and just, take what's coming. Cause he don't know what he's doing still to this day.
Yeah, I know, man, but I will give him props for setting up that O-line. He drafted a hell of an O-line. I'll give him that.
Was it him or was it his son? Let's be honest.
Yeah, there's no telling who really calling the shots, but they say it's him. It's funny. It'd be funny if it wasn't him. He was taking credit for everything. That would be.
I mean, look at what the Dallas Cowboys of old did. With them 3 Super Bowls. That was all Jimmy Johnson. That wasn't Jerry Jones. He don't know what he's doing. And that's what he was doing. Like they were making, Jimmy was making cuts and things, and Jerry was taking credit for that junk. It's the same old Jerry.
Hell yeah, like Jerry Jones and Jim Buss of the Lakers are probably good friends because they know how to fuck shit up. They got dog, but like back on the football kick real quick. Victor Cruz got cut on Monday, and I screamed out, I knew it because I knew he was out of there after I saw Sterling Shepard start balling out. I was like, oh, your time's up, Victor. When I saw shit, they don't need him, dog.
No, they don't.
He's slow. He's injury prone, and they could draft like a young rookie and pay him on the rookie scale to be the third option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so sad to see how he going out though, because I remember, when he was in the preseason game not too long ago, just trying to make the team, and and he balled out, and then all of a sudden it's just like what. Not even 5 years later, and he's already cut. So,
yeah, man,
it's crazy.
How quick it can come and go, man.
Yeah,
he focusing on that fashion shit. So where it got him.
He giveth and he taketh away, nigga.
Yeah, dude. So we'll see where he lands. The most interesting thing I'm looking forward to in for the off seasons where Jimmy Garoppolo goes. Will the Browns finally get this shit right? You know what I'm saying? Use one of their second round draft picks to get him. Go ahead and get Myles Garrett from Texas A&M. And then go ahead and get some more things to help out their defense and fucking build a team, or they're gonna be like, no, let's take Deshaun Watson to see what we got. Like, no, Jimmy is the real deal.
First overall.
Yeah, man. Like draft that DN. Even though y'all heard the reports or y'all seen the video where he was begging Jerry Jones to trade Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he could be number 1 overall pick, so you can go to the Cowboys. Like, dude, no, everybody want to be a fucking Cowboy. Like, dude, what is it about? I can see why people want to be a Cowboy, man. It's just a great marketing. Yeah. The team of the 90s was so awesome to watch, but he's so young, I don't think he remember that unless he watching old classics.
I think what it is just a simple fact that, everybody loves, if you're a player, like you love to play for Jerry Jones because he actually treats you right. He'll spend his money on you.
Unless you teach.
But you have to produce though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, and I think Myles knows that he's a producer. He'll get in there and be a lethal piece of that defense. And also like, it also goes back to the fact that, nobody really wants to compete. Like nobody wants to get it out the mud. They don't want to go to Cleveland and try to, build a dynasty from there. They want to go to something that's already pretty much made up.
Yeah, the KD mentality.
Yeah.
Speaking of that shit, man, I know you watched that OKC Warriors game Sunday.
I did.
Oh yeah, dude, I was hurting. I was feeling bad for that future Laker Westbrook. I was like, you'll be a Laker soon, Westbrook. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, son. You'll be LA soon. But dog, he has no help, man, whatsoever.
Oh,
It looks so bad. But yeah, that cupcake reference from KD was it's an inside joke. You know, everybody heard it on like telecast. Kendrick Perkins called stuff that soft cupcake. And then I didn't know this, but what Westbrook did on his Instagram the day that KD announced he was leaving to go to the Warriors on 4th of July. He took pictures of cupcakes talking happy 4th of July, y'all. Dog, that's my new favorite player, man. Since Kobe gone, that's like the closest thing to Kobe you gonna get. Is Westbrook, dude. So yeah.
But he's all Kobe, like if you think about it. Because
yeah.
Before when he had help, he was Kobe. So you know, it's no different.
Yeah, you're right, man. Like just like it's like a black hole, son. Won't you go? Shit, dog. You can't see shit but the damn gold, nigga. Nigga just light by the gold. That's it. You know, it's so blinded. But yeah, that's it, dude. But I don't know, man. The way that the Warriors are playing right now, man. Cleveland ain't got a shot, and that's why LeBron trying to get some help now, cause he know.
Yeah. He's screaming.
Yeah, man. That's why LeBron's screaming for help now, man, cause he know this shit it's gonna be over, man. It's gonna going back to it. LeBron is sly like a fox because of what he did for Draymond Green. But if Draymond they would have played Game 6, it would have been over, man.
Yeah,
it would have been a done deal.
They were down 3-1.
It was 3-1, man. Yeah.
It just goes to show, man. Like they got lucky, like all out. He got blessed to win that because they were not supposed to win it.
No.
So, and if it happens again, man. The only way they're gonna stop them is if somebody else beats them. And that's the thing, man. They've been trouncing the Spurs all year. So the Spurs might be able to, you know, hold them off for a little bit, but I don't know, man. They got too much power. They're way too powerful.
Yeah, dude. How do you join a team like that, man? How you not want to compete? I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't just be like, hey, you beat me, I'm gonna join you. We're friends now. Like, I would not respect him if I was like one of them Warrior players. I couldn't respect him on the team. I'd be like, man, I'm glad he's here, but I'm like, man, that's weak, man. We really didn't need him.
Yeah, they didn't.
It's over.
They won 73 games without that.
Without him, dog. They do not need him, man. He can sit on the bench. Like, we'll just let you, hey, sit down, KD. We'll just go ahead and let you play your minutes once we get to the finals. We don't need you. And you're like, what? Like, dog, think what OKC could have been if Harden would have stayed, dog. It would have been on Big Three. They would have won a chip eventually.
Yeah, eventually. And that's the thing, man. Like, Harden wanted to be a star, and that's what jacks it up. You know, when you got people on the team that, you know, want to outshine everybody.
Instagram models sucking your dick, telling you how wonderful you are, and they got
like once you get that mind frame that, you know, you want to be the man, that's when it all goes to, you know, to nothing, man. That like the contract that they were offering him, I think was great, and you know, I think for the fact that he was coming off the bench, I think that's what was hurting him the most.
Yep.
It's just. He had to come off the bench. And that's the thing. He was coming off the bench and he was being productive. He wasn't very much productive when he was starting. So, I mean, I think he would have grown into that. And he would probably be where they are, you know, today. Man. And I think things would be a whole lot better. And I think if Harden was still there, Durant never would have left.
Oh no, man! Cause they would have just got some pieces.
Yeah,
they would have been a problem.
Cause the pieces they have now with Harden and Durant is enough to win a championship.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. That dunk is crazy.
Yeah. So yeah.
What could have been?
What could have been? Yeah. Harden definitely ain't getting the ring. And Westbrook could get one once it comes to LA in a couple years. All right. One more topic before we get to the intro, man. Let's go ahead and get on this Charles Oakley thing, man. What'd you think about it? It's,
Man, it's kind of hard who to believe because well, not really. Because I mean, it's natural for the others to try to, blame somebody else and say that they got, drinking issues when, they don't want to take the blame for, whatever went wrong.
yeah.
Uh, but James Dolan, everybody knows that James Dolan is a cancer in the NBA, just like the Knicks are. So,
Yeah, man.
uh,
He ain't gonna sell that team, but he needs to.
no,
They're not gonna be good till he sells the team.
probably not. But, he'll never do that because, he makes, I think they're worth like 1.3 or 1.7 billion, I think, something like that.
Yep.
But nah, man, he gonna be there till he die. But I hope for, Charles Oakley's sake that, the cameras were positioned in the right place so they could see exactly what was going down. Of course, his side is that, they came and started messing with him.
Mm.
And, their side is he came in and started messing with other folk. I don't know. And now after, Michael Jordan and Adam Silver came and talked to James Dolan, now he invited Charles back as his quote unquote guest after he was banned for life. So,
Dude, like, yeah, man. Like the optics on this is so bad. And then you saw when he brought in Latrell Sprewell.
yeah.
And Latrell Sprewell has beef with him too. But
Yeah.
he brought him in like, hey, let me go wrangle up some more of these niggers so they won't think I'm mad at everybody. And that was a bad look even doing that, man. That was a horrible look doing that shit.
James Dolan is always been known as a terrible owner. Like he just doesn't
get it.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't.
You don't get it. Yeah, man, you just don't get it, man. And bringing in Phil Jackson just didn't work. I can understand the move.
Yeah.
I can understand the move, but Phil is not he's not a front office guy.
No, he's not. He belongs on the sideline or, I guess in the analyst booth or something, being critical of the game, but not as a front office man. It's okay to have your perception of what the team should look like, but not what the team system should be. And if nobody runs that system anymore, why would you try to enforce that on a group of men that haven't grown up in that system, don't even know what that system is, and hire coaches that don't want to run that system as well. So I don't know. The Knicks are just a mess, man. They've always been a mess.
Man, that's just like it's getting to the point where it's almost being Knicks fans, almost like being a Browns fan. Man, it's almost getting there.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah, it's getting that bad. But it's all everything we catch up on before we go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, I think that's it. The Grammys.
Oh yeah, what's up with your boy CeeLo, man? What the fuck?
I don't know.
What the fuck is up with your boy CeeLo, dog? When I saw that shit, I was like, man, is his new CD coming out? Are you trying to stay relevant?
I think it's the latter.
Yeah, dude, that shit looks fucking horrible, man. So what did you like about the Grammys?
I mean, everything was cool, of course. But one thing though, I guess they're trying to come up with this controversy about how Adele beat out Beyonce for, I guess the most awards. They're talking about how Adele cleaned up and, Beyonce, didn't do so hot. But if you think about it, like you look at, I see the difference in them winning the awards that they won is purely based on the music. Like Adele's music straight up and down it's undeniable. Beyonce been making trash for like the past 2 or 3 years.
Oh. Dog, even though you're telling the truth, man, you don't want the beehive on you. Fuck the beehive, dude. I'm just joking.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
The quality of music that they both make, like, it's night and day. It just, like, and I think also what contributes to the fact that she didn't do so hot at the Grammys is the fact that she actually stepped out on the others and started, speaking up for, the rights of minorities. And I think that killed her too. So it's like, oh, okay, so you finally wanna, you wanna step out and be an individual? Okay.
All right.
We're gonna see what happens when February come around.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, because they always do that, man. They always try to find a way to, if you're gonna lash out and you got money
Yeah.
to kind of do your own thing, support your own thing, they try to get you in other ways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They know accolades set you off. So.
oh yeah, dude. But I think, man, I was just thinking, man. I was just getting out the shower. I was like, man, Beyonce put out so much trash. She could like put out her farting, and people be like, oh, she slayed it. Oh, she slayed it. Oh, like dude, like she pretty much she like on that. Beyonce is on that you can do what the fuck you want to do level, and I think Drake is on that level too, where you can put out shit and people say it's good, but if you sat back and objectively listen to it, he's like, what is he or she talking about?
Yeah.
I love Beyonce. It's probably what she do for the community. She's a great activist for the black community, man. I love her for that. She always put her money where her mouth is, but her music really hadn't been good to me. I started listening to it since like to the left. That's all.
I was about to say her first album.
Yeah.
Her first solo album is probably since then.
Crazy in Love, that one.
Yeah.
That shit was tight.
Yeah, it was. And I think since then I don't know, maybe she's under the influence of the hip hop generation or whatever. But I don't know, man. It's just I can't listen to her music anymore. Like I used to like Beyonce. It's just when she started making trash, like it just it turned me off. Yeah. So I mean, what can you do really?
Shit, was J. Cole talking about Beyonce and false prophets?
It's quite possible.
No, you won't top it. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Chance Rapper, he won a couple of Grammys, so that's good for him. Yeah. So that's good for him to start his career. We need some more good rappers, man. It's kind of, I don't know. J. Cole's CD just came out in December, so he couldn't be up for a Grammy that quick, could he?
I mean, it. Believe me, if it would have took off how, I guess like the big stars, how he usually does, he could have got it.
Yeah, so like if Eminem would have put out something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have, So,
either M or Kendrick Lamar. Cause Kendrick wasn't in the game very long before, like when Pimp a Butterfly came out, and when that came out, like he won a Grammy that followed that following show. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's just that, on a whole, like the Grammy panel isn't looking for that kind of rap. They're looking for the nigga rap.
Yeah, they really don't want the people to listen to that kind of rap and start thinking for themselves. Yeah. Yeah, dude was like, wait a minute, he actually saying something. Let me listen to what he's saying. Yeah, they definitely don't want that shit. They want people to start opening. When people start waking up, people say "stay woke." That's like my new phrase. I'm about to fucking lose it over. Like I hate that. I hate that shit, man. I'm sorry. I hate that. Stay woke. Like no, shut up. I hate that junk. But the Prince tribute. I saw clips of that. I heard Bruno Mars killed the man. He's such an artist, man. Bruno Mars is that dude, man. Yeah. And he don't get enough recognition either, man. He came out and said black people made
crazy.
I know, dude. He came out and said, I was like a month ago, he said black people have made every genre of music ever known to man. Like he knows, like no, he knows what's up, dude.
He's a historian.
Yeah, man. He knows.
Anybody who knows about James Brown, about Prince, about Michael Jackson, about Rick Barry, who else, man? So many people, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah. You got to be a real historian. You got to be aware of where music actually comes from.
Yeah. And that's why all his CDs are so good. They're so complete.
Yeah.
And
well, the thing about Bruno is that he says he does music for everybody. He does music that will excite everybody and, make everybody genuinely happy, man. When you do what you love, and you do it for all the right reasons, you gonna make good music.
Yeah, that's definitely true, dude. Because he was, you know how some people, it kind of gets to me when people are like, he was born to do this, when like it's a man-made thing, like when a football player,
Yeah.
like when I see like a football player talking about, I forgot who he was talking about, it was like an older guy, like a Hall of Famer. I think he was talking about Jim Brown. Like Jim Brown was made to play football. I was like, but football's a man-made sport. How was he made to play football? He just has natural talents that transition over to football.
Yeah.
So, but like, Bruno was just naturally talented, man, and
Yeah.
that was his calling. If you have to say, that was just his calling. I'm glad he found it. It wasn't shut down by some hating ass dude talking about you can't sing, and then he's someone working a 9 to 5 and not spreading his joy, making money.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy for him, man, because he makes good music, man. Another group that gets shitted on I like, and I ain't afraid to say it, is Maroon 5. They make good music.
Yeah.
They make real good feel good music, man. I love that group, dude.
Yeah.
People shit that group a lot.
Yeah, undeniable, man. I meant Chuck Berry, not Rick Berry.
Oh, Chuck Berry. Oh, okay. Yeah, dude. What else? Everyone was talking about, Beyonce had a good message, talking to tell the children, know your past so you can know your future. That was inspirational.
Yeah.
Don't ignore the past. Like, pretty much don't know where you came from. Yeah. And that's powerful, because we need to know where we came from, man. And another thing, real quick, man. Well, never mind. We'll get to it when we get to the topic.
All right.
You got anything else for the Grammys?
Nah, that's it.
All right, man. So, welcome everybody back to another great episode of the Blank Canvas Podcast. We're a topical podcast that comes on every Wednesday. We can try at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your favorite podcasting services: iTunes, AudioMac. We love you, AudioMac listeners. Stitcher. And YouTube. And you also follow us on Instagram at Blank Canvas ECST, at our Twitter at Blank Canvas ECST, and Facebook as well at Blank Canvas ECST. And let's get into the motherfucking news.
Let's get it.
So, ST, what you got, man?
All right. So I remember, a few episodes ago, we were talking about, this company's decision to no longer publish nude photos in their magazine. So I guess after a year of, not having nude photos in their magazine, Playboy has decided that that was a massive failure.
Failure. Oh, shock. Oh my God. They showing the titties again? They're bringing the titties
back? Yeah. So, the CEO, I think it's Hugh Hefner's son. It's Cooper Hefner. He's the CEO of the magazine. He pretty much said that he's going to be the first one to admit that he thought the way that the magazine portrayed nudity was dated. But removing it entirely was a huge mistake. So, I think, fellas, when you out there buying your Playboy magazine, I guess you can, go back to telling people that you read it for the articles.
Hell yeah. Cause nobody gonna know that the news coming back. So now you can just buy them freely. Like, ain't no news in here no more. Like, yeah. He just want to read the articles. Like, yeah, the articles.
All I see is Bush.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was an idiotic move to begin with, man. Like, all you have to do, you have to reinvent yourself, but don't try to, reinvent the wheel. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know we're showing, titties and ass, show titties and ass, but just find a way to show it differently. Like have it, I don't know, try to get Instagram hoes, people all up in that. Let them, people all want to see them hoes naked. They like half naked anyway. Try to get some of them. You know what I'm saying? Cause they'll be on the cheap compared to the models that you usually get. Yep. And just try to find out what's popular, what's really popping with the youth, with young men nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Yeah. You have to evolve with your market or you will fail. Just like Circuit City, what happened to them, and just like what Best Buy was what happened to them, man. If you don't read the tea leaves,
Yeah.
No, you gonna end up getting fucked, man. So I kind of they should have transitioned. They should have transitioned into something like Pornhub when, like for real, man. Like, see, like if you're trying to like stay into like the smut business, you need to go ahead and go in. Like
Yeah.
when the internet really blew up, they should have transitioned into doing streaming services or just trying to find somebody
Yeah.
what that was and have like because the name's already there, man. Playboy name,
Yeah.
iconic name.
Yeah.
You could have had like live web chats with the bunnies.
Yeah.
It could have been they could have Hugh could have did so much stuff, but he had so many yes men on there, and they have to let the chick. Now them chicks about to draw the fuck up.
Well, not only that, like you think about, some of these companies have like a digital channel, like a digital web channel where they could have been, because like what Playboy, is Playboy still running pay-per-view?
I don't even know, man. It's been so long since I've been trying to skim to get through that junk. I ain't. Now that's been since like early 2000s. I had no idea. I could check though.
Yeah. If they are still running pay-per-view, they could have turned their channel into something digital and offered like a subscription to their customers. So that way, instead of paying cable TV all their money, instead of splitting their profits with the cable channels and the satellite people, they could have been keeping all that money in-house. They could have offered subscriptions to their customers, loyal customers that would gladly pay whatever price that they was paying them cable TV companies for, that channel. They could have been doing all of that, keeping all that money in-house and staying together with the times, making money. But,
okay, they do. They have it's DirecTV. It's $12.99 a month. All right.
See,
Motherfuckers getting free plugs, but they got like the name of some of their titles that they have right now. If y'all are interested, it's a Playboy original series. They have Cougar Club LA, Sexscape, Undercover, and she like holding some kinky handcuffs and Triple Play. So I guess swingers.
Yeah,
and they have they have a Playboy, they have an Espanol, so you can hit the moans in Spanish, and then they have a Playboy 1 and 2 and Playboy HD. Okay, so
all of that stuff could have been digital under one umbrella, one Playboy umbrella. You get a subscription, you pay $14.99, maybe $15.99 a month. And, they could have been keeping all that money in-house, man, and they could have been racking up. And I don't know, man. Like, it's just a failure on their part to look at the market and discern what's going on with the youth, what's going on with, how the market is going to change. Just doing like some of the stuff that real companies who stay alive for so many generations do. Like, that's elementary, man.
Yeah, I just think what really hurt Playboy, Hustle, and all these like pioneer smut peddlers is internet.
Yeah.
And there was a way to like, if Hugh Hefner back in the day was smart enough, he would have tried to been like some kind of porn regulations or some kind of tariffs or something they could have used to like regulate porn in the industry. To stop the behemoth of the internet, because when people find out that you can like watch stuff on internet, man, they killed that shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at cable TV and not even cable TV, but everything that you can watch on a television. Just look at how the ratings of everything has dropped tremendously since the internet has become such a behemoth. Like it's taken over, and these companies are 5 minutes too slow figuring out how to get the same content to their customers, and that's why they're failing.
Yeah. Can you remember back in the day, man? You'd be watching like BET Uncut, and like in between the commercials, you'll see like three or four advertisers like, watch this now. Watch this later. Like all the other shit was like, Lady with Deep Voice, like the party lines, internet porn kill party lines. They killed a lot of stuff, man.
It did.
Cause it like you said, like a lot of this stuff was advertised on TV heavy. Yeah. Like when it hit like 11:30, they was like, man, hit the switch, man. We gotta get people touching themselves. We need the junk going on now. Like seriously. So yeah, internet killed that shit, man. But I don't know, man. Like the only way that I had to think that Playboy they could really become back prominent. It's just they would need like some unknown talent. They just like bodies just banging and then the girls that got banging bodies don't know nothing about Instagram. And that's the only word on Snapchat. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm about to say, how likely is that to happen?
Exactly. Alright, so yeah, they pretty much shot of water, man. They'll still get like baby boomers. Baby boomers will still buy it, but once all the baby boomers are gone, like all physical media is gonna just, oh man, it's gonna suck, dude.
Yeah.
Physical media is gonna be gone, man. We're gonna walk in the stores, ain't gonna be no magazine stands, it's gonna be no newspapers. Like it's gonna be weird, man. Like in the next like 5 to 10 years, it's gonna look real strange, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's already happening. You go up into like a Best Buy, there's no CD or DVD section. It's all just appliances.
And then, barcode.
And barcodes, yep. You just take like a piece of paper up to the counter and you walk out. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's how it's gonna be. It's how it's gonna be soon, man.
Yeah.
Shit, good luck, Playboy. What? Shit, as I log on to my multiple sites, I got bookmarked. I was playing. What else you got, ST?
In other news, Verizon is finally bringing back their unlimited data plans, which is good for me because I don't have to switch because I was tired of, not having unlimited data running out, every month or, trying to, I guess, plan out how much of my data I could use. So hopefully, with actually get that going. But it's good though, because, a lot of people left Verizon because they didn't have unlimited data plans. So, they had them for a while. Like if you kept yours and it was it could get grandfathered in. But after a certain time, they cut it off. So they were getting a lot of people, and a lot of people were leaving and going to AT&T and, and Sprint.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's good for us Verizon customers. We finally get, our stuff back. So.
Yeah, that's definitely good, man. Cause I'm grandfathered in under AT&T, cause I've had AT&T back when they were singular wireless. If y'all motherfuckers remember that shit. So yeah, I've had that for that long. So I'm grandfathered in, and I always tell them like, if y'all ever get rid of my unlimited, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like that day I'm out. I go to Sprint. Now I can go to Verizon if I want to, and they'll never take me off of it, dude. They're not that dumb. Ain't no way in hell they take people off that shit, dude. So I guess a smart move, man. You gotta penetrate the market because there's so many companies people can go to now. You can like take an unlocked iPhone and go to Metro PCS and pay cheap and have a fucking phone.
Yeah.
Take that shit to Boost. Like there's so many options, man. That's a great thing.
I'm slick thinking about doing that though, for real. Like just taking my joint to like, especially when I get my 8. Oh yeah, nigga.
Yeah, speaking of that, dude, have you heard the new rumor on the 8?
What's that?
Guess how much the premium 8 is going to cost?
Oh yeah, like a band, like a band 5, I think.
Yeah, no. Guess how much it's going to cost?
How much?
1,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A band.
Yeah, band. Oh man, my bad. Sorry, y'all. I'm fucking up the flow, but dude, when I heard that, I was like, shit. Please don't make don't make it as big as an iPhone 7 Plus and have the OLED screen, dude. Don't do me like that, man. Yeah, dude. Like, please don't do me like that, man. But yeah, so that's gonna be pretty much be awesome, man. And talk about having an iris scanner too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw that too. That's quite the jump.
Like nobody ever gonna be able to get in the phones now. Like girls gonna be trying to open guys' eyes up while they sleep, trying to scan the phone again. Like just give up. I'm like, man, just give up, man. I'm cheating on you. I'm cheating on you, man. I mean, like my phone. Like I ain't gonna open my eyes. I'm cheating on you. Just leave. You know what I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Cause that female's already like taking dudes' hands while they sleep and putting them on the home button. Yeah. Like that shit's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh man, just something else, dude. People with cell phones, man.
Yeah.
People with cell phones.
What you got, EC?
Man, my little bit of news is, man, America as a whole, man. We talk about white America, is struggling real hard with heroin addiction, man. in Louisville, there was 52 calls of overdoses in 32 hours.
Dang.
So the potency of the heroin that's getting shipped into America is just too high. And so they need to be like, whoever distributed need to cut this shit up. But according to the report, it said another week, another cluster of overdoses. This time it happened in Louisville, Kentucky, where Louisville Mental Emergency Services responded to 52 overdose calls between midnight Wednesday and 8 a.m. Friday night. Said agency spokesman Mitchell Burmeister. That was a big jump from over 25 overdose calls in the last 32-hour period. So they get overdose calls all the time in Louisville, and I'm telling you, it's middle America in those, lower income areas that America doesn't talk about. They don't really bring up the issue about, drug issues when it hits home for them, but we're weed heads and cocaine head, crack heads. We're always depicted in the media as that, where they're just as big of drug users as we are.
Yeah, if not more.
If not more, dude. To say no overdoses have been reported, which is good.
Yeah.
But heroin, like I remember, I watched a video on CNN like 3 months ago talking about just the amount of heroin that you get shipped into America on a daily, dude. If y'all seen that Narcos, if y'all seen season 1, season 2 of Narcos, like that, like what they're saying on Narcos, that's just legit. Like that's like thousands upon thousands of pounds get into America, and then thousands of pounds get, they get confiscated, but still thousands get through. They just can't get it all, man. And it's the number one drug. Opiate or heroin is like the number one drug that's killing people in America, man, for like the past decade.
Yeah, I mean, we would take that back to what, the 70s?
Like the 70s too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, heroin's been around for ages, man. Like that, and people have been, dying off heroin for ages. So I mean, that heroin's nothing new. That's that's the age old drug of anybody. Like you look at like some of your famous musicians and just celebrities of old, man. That was the drug of choice.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It's just kind of crazy that there's almost every week on CNN you'll see something about heroin addiction, heroin addicts. When it's an others issue, we need to go ahead and crack down on it, figure out how we can help. But when it's coming to every other people of color and people with melanin in their system, it's like, they're just weak, they don't need help.
Yeah,
I guess it's very hypocritical and it's kind of sad. But I hope those people get help.
Yeah.
It's kind of effed up because they have a video of this mother that lives in Louisville, and then she just had pictures of her son, and she like kisses it every day. You can like see her lipstick on it, and he died like 3 years ago of a heroin overdose, and all of her children had issues with the drug problem. So it's somebody it could either be her or somebody in her family getting her kids on those drugs and getting them started, man. Because the first time I've seen drugs, and it was weed, and that was in college.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever seen drugs. I just saw it on the table. I'm like, what is that? And I smelled it, and I was like, oh, okay, this must be weed or whatever. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and go, y'all. Like, it's ST. That's how that shit went. I came in, I walked to the back, I saw it, and I was like, all right, y'all, I'll see y'all later. He was like, you going, man? I was like, yeah, man, I'm going. Y'all hit me up, man, when y'all can. I got some work to do. I'm like, man, I got time for a cop to come in and get me, and I ain't never smoked a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't going down like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down with the glory. That's the case. But yes, and I never seen any other drug in person. I don't want to.
Yeah.
So that's the only one I've seen. And weed's common, man. It's getting to the point where
it is.
weed's not even the big deal. It never really was. But they criminalize people with weed because we predominantly smoke weed.
Yeah.
And that's the way to put us in jail. Started a little the new slavery, which packing up prisons and shit. We don't give them that shit today, but it's just another issue besides Trump that we need to look out for.
Yeah.
But
I
this
mean, because you never know. He might try to reinstall the penalty for non-violent drug offenders.
I can see that, man. Just to put more people of color in jail, man. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Easy. Man, it's hard out here, man. It's other ways to find, there's other, ways to get, have escapism, man, besides drugs, man. You can get your hobby.
Yeah.
You can, I'll tell you something that's euphoric. That's like drugs to me. That's food. I'm sorry, man. I love to eat. That's why, what I'm saying, I have a weight problem now, man. I love me some pizza, and I love me some novelty foods. Like, my sister would always tell me, like, I'll see some shit on TV, and she'll be like, "You gonna eat that shit, aren't you?" She'll call me, just like when Taco Bell had that little naked chalupa. And she called me, was like, "You gonna try that shit, ain't you?" I was like, "You know it." Like, anything new that's at Taco Bell, dude, like, I go and try it. Like, that's my little vice, that, like, Coca-Colas, and I know you don't drink sodas. I need to stop. I'm killing my kidneys, but man, like, it was sad. I will say this, it was sad. I was, one Sunday I was watching football, and I usually get my, my pizzas, my breadsticks, and my dessert. And I remember I walked downstairs, and I got my Coke. And I like looked at the Coke and I like smelled it, like, and I like kissed the bottle. I was like, "I love you." And I looked in the mirror. I was like, "This is so sad." So I can kind of see how drugs can be like that, because like caffeine is a drug. Yeah. So, but just not on lesser extreme. Like, it won't get you to the point where you out, sucking somebody's dick, paying for it to get some. To get the drugs, but addiction can be, it's hard to break, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to break, man. And just hopefully people out there, they get help, and you just don't lose your life.
Yeah.
Over a substance like that, man. Just because you were abused when you're a kid, and that's your way to get through your pain.
Yeah. Nobody else can understand that, but somebody who's actually gone through it. We can't tell you how, you should deal with, your vices, but, we definitely can tell you that you shouldn't, deal with your vices with something that is, that will destroy you. It's just be careful with, that stuff. If things get, that bad, shit, you might need to, hit your knees real quick and say a quick prayer, because, whatever you're going through in life ain't worth killing yourself over.
It's not, man. It's definitely not, man. So if you like getting to that point where you've tried heroin or crack and you thoroughly enjoyed it, man, I advise you just to stop down and seek help, and don't try to tell yourself that, no, I can just be like a quote unquote like a social drinker. I could be like a social heroin user, because there's no such thing. Because after a while, I'll tell you like this, after a while, that one hit ain't gonna do it.
No.
And it's gonna be 2 hits, and if 2 hits gonna turn to 3,
yeah,
and it's a downhill slope from there, man.
You're gonna be spending the rest of your life looking for that first hit, nigga.
Yeah, dude. Yep. Yeah, dude, and you like, cause I remember I told y'all a couple episodes back, like episode 32 or something out, that were in Canada. They have like a rehab center where they give heroin addicts heroin. Yep. And one guy trying to get in, and he was like, "Man, I've done bad things to get my hit every day," and you could tell it was sexual. It's not funny, but you can tell you can tell it was sexual things that he had to do, to get by. Yeah. It was just the demeaning things, and he had any teeth left, and he had a decent, job. He had a 9-to-5 job where he was taking care of himself, but somebody introduced him to it, and I guarantee that person introduced him to it knew how to handle themselves, and they still living their life and destroyed another life, probably laughing at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, that's not to be too depressing, man. Let's go ahead. You got anything else?
Nah, man, I'm good. Let's get into this topic.
Let's get into this topic, y'all. I got a good one for y'all.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Alright, y'all. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, where I said I was going to come in later and speak on it. Have y'all noticed that nobody's talking about Black History Month? So our episode today is going to be called Black Excellence. And we're going to talk about some of the black leaders that are usually not mentioned. So you're not going to hear about our brother Malcolm X. You're not going to hear about, Martin Luther King.
Nope.
You're not going to hear about W.B. Du Bois. You're not going to hear about any of the most prominent African Americans that society threw at us since we were little kids.
Mm-hmm.
That really didn't, they were riders. They were riders for us. But a lot of people go unnoticed, man, and it helped us a lot for, in all things, like major inventors,
mm-hmm.
major social activists.
Mm-hmm.
They do all, they really get their hands in the dirt, and they really don't get noticed, and it's very unfortunate.
Mm.
So what we're going to try to do is we want to highlight black inventors, prominent black females as well, because they don't get enough shine. They don't get enough shine either.
Yeah.
That's why I think our females are the way they are now, just because they don't see that many positive, black women.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody to look towards except for Oprah and now Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
As figureheads, and I would lean more towards looking at the hustler Oprah.
Yeah.
Looking at Michelle keeping the real. I would make that my idol. You know what I'm saying? If I really was, so. Some top inventors black inventors that people might not know about is Benjamin Banneker.
Mm-hmm.
He created the almanac.
Yep.
He was born a free slave in 1971. Banneker became an astronomer, author, inventor, mathematician, and a surveyor. He invented some of the most effective clocks for his time, planned out the city of Washington, D.C., and published 6 almanacs that each included political and social commentary, particularly advocacies for the rights of slaves and free black men. So that was prominent and very well needed back in that time that a lot of people don't even know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so he was like one of the first inventors of the almanac that was used hundreds and hundreds of years. Especially during like the 1800, 1900 almanacs were kind of like just a way to like know when, how the weather was like in the previous year, so how it might dictate for this year coming up. So that kind of thing. That's something that's very prominent, something that needs to be known, and people there's somebody else that needs to be, spotlighted more.
Yeah.
Another prominent, black inventor that we talk about is Thomas Elkins. He invented the modern toilet.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important. In addition to other inventions, Elkins created the carbon coating in 1872, which included a mirror, a washstand, and what is this other? It says included a mirror and a washstand and much more. This is a guy that took an invention, which we need to do as a people as well. How some people just sit there like, man, everything's been made.
Yeah.
There's nothing more that we could do.
Make it better.
Exactly. That's what I've always heard from people that invented something, like people that knew inventors of this century. They was like, all we did was just take something's already invented and made it better.
Yeah.
And that's what Thomas Elkins did, man. So if there's anything that you can think of, to all of our listeners, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whoever, just think of something that has been made and, try to add on to it, and then that is your own invention.
Yeah. And
if somebody wants to hate on it and say all you do was just you add the lever, hey, but if that lever is useful and it's going to change millions and millions of lives, then you did something great that they didn't do. While they sitting on their hands, ain't doing shit. So that's definitely something. That's definitely something you can think about. Another prominent black inventor. That's another thing, man. We were never taught these inventors in school. I never heard of half of these people that I'm going to mention, dog.
No.
It's a reason why.
Yeah, and you won't. Like you have to be homeschooled, or it'd have to be some kind of special school where they actually teach everything. Yeah. And especially for our kids, for minority kids, they need to know this stuff more than they need to know all the other crap, because if they know this stuff, they can figure out how the other stuff happened.
Exactly. Instead of just being taught, we were slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all we did was march, and we never fought for anything, man. It's creating meek people, and that's what they pretty much want. They want meek people. Yeah. They don't want people to stand up for anything.
They don't want people to question, what they've been taught all their lives. They don't want people to question what it seems as the norm. So.
Exactly, man. Another prominent black inventor is Garrett Morgan, and I've heard of him before. He created the traffic light and the gas mask.
Yep.
He was born in Kentucky in 1877. Morgan is the inventor of something many utilize every day, was the traffic signal. He created this after witnessing so many accidents on a busy urban intersection. In addition to this, he created the gas mask, which grew its popularity when it was used to aid workers after an underground explosion. Those are two things we still use to this day.
Yep.
That people don't give up props for. That the African American made, and always coming up. People always making the argument: blacks have never done anything. All they done is take. And we've created some things that we still use to this day.
Yeah. Because we don't know our history, we can't come back with the argument of, well, no, we did this and did that and did this.
Exactly. That's why I always try to tell people that you need to read something, if it's not even like 30 minutes, 15 minutes a day. Like, read something different every day, man. Just never stop learning, man. Just like when you got to school and you think it's over, it's not over, man. You need to continue to learn. Even once you get out of school, man, you won't use your brain. Your brain's a muscle, and that shit, and it's going to get weak.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it's going to get real weak. Daniel Hall Williams was a pioneer of open heart surgery. Williams was born in Pennsylvania in 1856. He would go on to become a physician and a surgeon. In 1891, he founded the first integrated hospital, and joined 2 years later. He became the first person to successfully complete open heart surgery. Look at that. Black excellence, dude.
Yeah.
And then we got other people on here like, man, Frederick Jones, refrigerator.
Yep. Patricia
Bath designed a laser surgical device in 1986. The sisters doing work. Man, it's just man, like Louis Latimer created the light bulb. Born in 1848, a runaway slave, Vladimir became an inventor and an engineer. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. Runaway slave. This is the thing. Back in the time when we were slaves, man, we wanted knowledge, and we were looking for ways to learn how to read. We wanted to seek knowledge so much because it was taken away from us.
Yeah.
But now that since we have it, we're not knowledge seekers anymore, man. And we need to be.
Yeah.
And look at this, Vladimir, after becoming a free slave, man, a runaway slave. First of all, the brother was brave enough to get away. His spirit wasn't broken, and he became an inventor and engineer. In addition to his inventions on one of the earliest air conditioning units, he assisted in the development of some of the world's most important inventions, including the light bulb and the telephone. But you don't hear about him. You know who they put on. You know who they put on the front of that. And another one, man, that most people don't know about is Famous Amos Cookies. That was stolen from a brother.
Yep.
KFC, a slave came up with the recipe for KFC. They stole that from him because he really didn't have a leg to stand on. What was he gonna say?
Exactly.
Like, no, don't take my invention. Like so every time I walk past the KFC, I shake my head, man. People don't even. I did ST every time I roll by one because it wasn't by my house that I passed. I shake my head like, man, and rewriting history, man.
Yeah. Like,
long as your name on it and you quote unquote claim it's yours, man, you made it.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like, what can they do? They don't have the knowledge to counteract it or to oppose it. So, you can't expect but to get rich off of it.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Somebody else this is Henry Brown. He invented the modern day fireproof safe. He invented that in November 2nd, 1886. It's another brother doing work a lot of people don't know about. Gerald A. Lawson. He invented the modern home video game system. So look at this, man. So when people come up and say that we haven't done anything and we're lazy, we don't do anything, we're not, black people are less educated and such, they always use that grinds my gears, man. Just know if you put forth effort, you can do whatever you want. You can be somebody and you can be excellent.
Yeah. Real quick, like, I just wanted to do like a couple people that, I'm kind of proud of, like some of the black voices that we have.
Okay, yeah, there we go. That's awesome.
Just
Yeah.
people like Solange Knowles,
Yeah.
the sister of Beyonce, who is always, quick to remind us how black she is, how much she celebrates her blackness. Her album that she put out this, not too long ago, people are calling it the blackest album of the year. So when you got women like this and women like Simone Biles, who has, become the most decorated gymnast in, America's history. Like you can't help but applaud that. Other people like, your boy, our boy John Legend,
Yep.
everything that he's doing, like his Show Me campaign and his Free America campaign that, targets poverty in African countries and mass incarceration. You got Jesse Williams, the director, who gave the infamous Black Power speech on his BET Award, the BET Award speech that he gave. You got Barry Jenkins, the director of Moonlight. I, I don't know if you've seen Moonlight, but Moonlight is, it's a pretty powerful film.
I've heard of Moonlight. Isn't it wasn't it like not that I care, but the only thing I've heard about it is like somebody struggling with their homosexuality in the movie. That's what I've heard. So
I wasn't directed on that. I was looking at all the intricacies of everything else that was happening in the movie. I guess
okay.
I wasn't really paying attention to that. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, what's the part of the what was like the major plot?
but it is that though.
Okay.
It's a young boy who's growing up in Miami,
Okay.
who's he's trying to navigate his sexuality,
Okay.
and his masculinity in a world, that pretty much wants to tell him who he is.
Exactly. Okay, I
So,
got you.
yeah, he's trying to find himself. So
Spike
it is.
Lee. Spike Lee puts in work.
Yeah, he does, but that Chirac shit was awful.
Yeah. I just yes, but he put like he was a pioneer, dog.
Yeah, he has
He
for
put
many years.
yeah he put in work early. The early days
Yeah,
of Spike was awesome, dude.
yeah.
Who else puts in work that doesn't get shine?
Uh,
Our boy Jim Brown, so he started cooning. I don't know. He just gave up these past couple years. He said, "Fuck it."
yeah, I'm old nigga, and I ain't got nothing else to prove. Nigga, give me my money.
Yeah. He just said, "Fuck it," which is horrible.
Yeah. I don't know if you
Maya
remember this
Angelou.
guy. Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, rest in power to her. I don't know if you remember this guy, but his name is Mark Lamont Hill. He used to be a commentator for CNN.
Mm-hmm.
He has his own show now on VH1, but he's always been, on the front lines debating with, other Uncle Toms and Coons who are, pretty much making excuses for what's going on right now as far as, the celebration and support of Donald Trump, everything that he's doing right now. You got your girl Issa Rae, the star of Insecure. Some of her things, awkward black girl. She's she's doing her thing. She's showing some of the importance of being a black woman in America. Of course, Colin Kaepernick, everything that he's done so far.
Oh yeah, he
You know,
he got woke
yeah,
a couple years ago.
yeah, he did. You know, so far Kaepernick has launched a Know Your Rights camp for underprivileged young black men in the San Francisco area.
Yep.
So, he's doing his thing. There's a lady by the name of Francesca Ramsey. She's pretty much an internet personality that, pretty much she's breaking down the black stereotypes and, excuses for racism. As she also explains the dangers of voter ID laws. Basically, like they try to do in North Carolina, where they try to pretty much prevent some black people from voting because they something about like their ID or something like that. It's something crazy. But it was something crazy that they were trying to prevent black people from voting because of something stupid. You have to check it out. You have to do some reading. But once you figure out what it is, you have a, I guess a new found loathing for the state of North Carolina. You also got Joy Ann Reid, she's frequently on CNN. She has her own show on MSNBC, and she's a celebrated columnist who pretty much she's demonstrating her message to the American people about what life in America should be about. You got your boy Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino.
Yeah, he puts in work.
Yeah, his show Atlanta. Everybody in his writer's room is black.
That's awesome, dude.
You got other people like Zadie Smith. She's a British novelist, but she's definitely aware of everything that's going on right now. Man, you got Van Jones, political commentator for CNN. Man, it's a lot of people out here that are doing great things. There's a lot of great voices out here doing great things for black people. And, these people aren't celebrated, as you said before.
And not getting shine. It's a reason why.
No, yeah, because, that ultimate agenda by the others, man.
Yeah, dude. Like that definitely does not need to be spotlighted at all.
No.
Just like on that that Nas and Bob Marley, what was it Bob Marley Jr. CD?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that song Leaders? He was like, man, y'all killed and lynched all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, listen to that song Leaders, man. Just talk about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. Like, man, shit. Like especially, man, back in the day, especially in the civil rights movement, man. They did not want black people to wake up and be one. That's why our family household structure has been destroyed, man, with the independent women movement. Pretty much messing up the social economical, resources that, black people have. So destroying the household, the man's not the head of the household, the woman is. So that breaks down the household structure, that messes up the dynamic of the household structure.
Yeah.
So the man doesn't feel like a man. The woman feels more empowered. And it's not like that in other households. Not, in white households or any other households, man.
No.
Yeah, man, dude.
Look at Melania Trump. She better not say nothing.
No, man, she can't even breathe, man. You see how it's just sad, man. Like marriages should be like that. I ain't trying to say I come in, you get me right and cook me a meal and I go to sleep. It ain't like all that. Well, that's kind of how Trump has it. Well, she can't. He look at her, she stops smiling. But it should be more of a partnership. But the man is a very integral part of the household, and they pretty much destroyed that.
If not the most important part.
Exactly. From the outside in for the black community, man, making it, all the women independent. It's just like, dude, like seriously, man, if you think about it, man, it's just like, it all just kind of just like ran together where it's just like, cause when I was a teenager, I always hear like, I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man. Or there are like girls that wear like a shirt, like dangerous, super educated, black women that don't need a man. And I was like, dude, y'all not see this con game?
Yeah.
It's being ran on us?
Yeah. Until they 45, with no kids and no prospects.
No, man. They're just sad, dude. It's like, man, I should have, like the whole time, the black women out here talking about the independent, you hear white people, you don't hear white women saying that shit at all.
No. Not
one. I ain't never heard no white artist talking about, I'm independent, girl. Woo! I've never heard it. No country, none of that shit. They know how important the family household is. That shit is important. That dual income is important.
Yeah.
And so we just want to highlight some black figures, man, that you may not have heard of, so you can do your own research, do more research. Because, like, man, I remember back when I was at least in high school or a couple years in college, like, even the media would make a big deal about Black History Month. Now they're just like, man, fuck it. They're like, I haven't seen anything. It's like, fuck it. I ain't seen nothing.
I think for the sake of maybe being, I don't know if it's just a ploy to be politically correct or not, but
Mm.
the WWE, they still promote Black History Month.
Oh,
So
they know who buttering their bread, man. They smart.
yeah,
That's another businessman that people need to like look at his model, his business model, and saw how he came to power. But he came from money though, like most of them.
um, yeah, kinda and not really. When Vince McMahon Jr. took over from his father, like the company was actually kind of struggling.
But the thing is, he had a company, he had resources.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
that's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He made WWE
'cause-
what it is, but he
yeah,
had
because
he had resources.
he got out there and got it.
Yeah,
Like
he really did, man. He made this shit to a fucking behemoth, man. It's still running strong, and I don't even watch wrestling anymore.
he stepped on some heads to get it, but he got it.
Oh yeah, man. You can't do nothing but respect people like that, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, to compare to people like James Dolan or Donald Trump, they ain't did shit. They definitely were trust fund babies. They just like stepped into the position, man. And that's how we should be. See, we're not taught how money works, man, in school.
yeah.
And that's what we need. That's what we need to be taught, man. That's what we need to be teaching our kids, and we need to have some kind of generational wealth, man. Like we have no generational wealth in our community. We don't. And then like even with like even the ball players, they don't hold on to their money, so that's not even going to be like money that's going to be generationally put on, passed down, and then they marrying, I ain't gonna get all this shit, but you know what I'm trying to say, man.
Yeah, I'm right there with
You know what I'm saying, man? Like
you.
we need to be taught how money works, how to use the money, and how to create wealth and generational wealth, man, so we can have some ECs and STs that are just like generationally wealthy, and they just pass it on down to their kids and know how to keep it, know how to sell it,
Yeah,
and know the pride of having it
yeah,
in the black community and helping the black community as well, man.
yeah.
Shit, man, I don't want to get on my soapbox, man. That's all I got, man. Y'all need to like every day, man. Try to like black, white, whatever, man. You need to like we're a big part of this nation, and we get shitted on constantly. But learn your black history, even if it is for a month, but it needs to be all year round.
Yeah.
If not, learn your own history.
Yeah.
You need to, man. Learning history is important.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't spend time learning it.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that is, a lot of people, especially in this country, a lot of people, grow up hating who they are. Like they don't even know that they are who they hate until they do some history, and then they find out, oh snap, this is part of my heritage.
I'm the asshole.
I'm sitting up here hating my own people, and I don't even know it.
Yeah.
So, that's how lost we've gotten.
Yeah, that'll kill a lot of the self-hate that we have for ourselves as well. Talking about black people.
Yeah.
Because we're taught that we didn't come from anything, and we were quote unquote savages brought over here on a boat and taught how to live civil by the man.
Yeah.
And you kind of look in the mirror as like, I didn't come from shit, so I ain't shit. And they play that mind game, but if people knew that we were kings and queens and we like I said, like we invented things and we were the pioneers of this country, then you would look at yourself in a different light, man. Images are powerful, dude. That's why we're shown certain images, but these other images need to be shown to our kids and to our community to let you know that you come from kings and queens.
Yeah.
And dynasties.
I wanna kind of I guess suggest a book for people to read. It's a book by Ronald Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
Ronald Dalton Jr. It's a book called Hebrews to Negroes.
Okay.
If you read that, you will find out why black people are known as the chosen ones. And like you can trace, you'll be able to trace a lot of black people history to some of the locations that exist now that didn't look like what they look like now back then.
I got you. Well, we got you. Yeah, so say the book one more time, the author of the book one more time.
The author of the book is Ronald Dalton Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of the book is Hebrews to Negroes. Y'all check that out. It's very powerful. Once you read that book, man, I think a lot of people it's gonna wake a lot of people up.
Yeah, another book that if y'all want to read, a book that it's a book that I've read. Let me get it. It's a book called, let me get an author. It's a book called Sundown Towns.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's written by James W. Lowen, and it's pretty much about the hidden dimensions of American racism, and how pretty much, you know, not even like almost 80 years ago, like you couldn't live in certain neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And some of the residents said, that's why they call it sundown towns. They said, don't be here. Don't be here when it hits dawn, or we're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And it shows in the book he talked about, he calls pretty much transitioning black people to the inner city. He calls it his own term, the Great Nadir, on how communities would strategically move and siphon blacks into the inner city and move them out of the suburbs. Now, you know what I'm saying, now that the suburbs are pretty much getting used up, they're pretty much gentrifying the cities and pushing blacks out and putting them back into the suburbs. Is going to be nothing but a cycle. Because like even my areas of Atlanta that I drive through, man, are getting gentrified, man. I'm just like, man, this shit, because it's like, changing. Yeah, dude, it's crazy because it's funny because it's like a little shopping district. I'm not going to name it, but there's a shopping district close to my house. That,
go ahead, say it.
Nah, I ain't gonna say it. I'll let close to that bitch. It's a shopping district that's close to my house that has like a Target, and has all, regular stores, and like 2 blocks down on the side of the district, it's nothing but just like old beat up houses that black people still live in. And I see them every day. And sit up on the porch laughing and giggling. And I saw them today. Some girl walked by with a big old butt. Then they stopped her and talked to her. She walked up there, was shaking it for them. And I was just like, man, y'all need to stop playing, because right across the street, they were building apartments, and they were tearing down the houses across the street from them. And I was like, man, y'all niggas next.
Yeah.
Like they're gentrifying the area, man. Like sometimes they're not even buying houses, just forcing them out.
Yeah. What was it? Eminent domain?
Yeah, eminent domain. Yeah. Man, people need to understand, man. It's not a game, man. These motherfuckers not playing.
No,
they not, dude. They're not. It's getting real in the field, man. Especially with Trump in now, man. We're just all these open white nationalists on this, dude. On this board, man. This is getting real, dude. I ain't trying to scare nobody. Just let you know, like, when shit hit the fan, just don't be surprised. Please don't be surprised. Yeah. Please.
And don't be ill prepared.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, don't just be like, oh my God, this is happening.
Because we done told y'all.
Yeah, dude. Shit, man. It's crazy out here, man. You got anything else, man?
That's it, man. That's all I got for this week.
All right, man. Y'all stay blessed, man. We're sorry about last week, man. We definitely definitely try to hit up every week for y'all, man. I know some of y'all miss us. But we back live in effect, man, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, make sure you hit us up on your favorite podcast streaming services. It's YouTube, Audio Max, Stitcher.
Audio Max, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube.
Yeah. As well as hit us up on our our social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We got so much stuff going on right now.
Instagram, Facebook.
It's hard to keep up with this.
Yeah,
stuff.
Twitter, man. At Blank Canvas ECST, man. Got bigger and better things coming up in the future, man. Y'all be looking out.
Yeah. Episode number 45. Keep that dick swinging.
I hope y'all got your dick wet yesterday. If not, good luck to you. Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Blank Canvas Podcast. We'll see you next week.